Happy New Year and happy new life. So, looking forward to 2022. What are our resolutions? So far, nothing has changed. This COVID pandemic still going around and it's getting worse. So, at this point, we should have mastered what we're supposed to do, but we tend to forget. So I would like to remind that to stay healthy and looking forward to a very productive new year, we have to change our um, lifestyle. We all know eating healthy, but most focus is the prevention of not getting this COVID-19. And if ever you will get it, hoping that it would not be as bad. So first thing we have to think about is getting our vaccination. We were vaccinated 3 times. We have our booster sometime in November. We are still very careful, but sometimes we can avoid, especially within the family. So we will recap on review of what we're supposed to do. We are all aware we gotta wear mask, but make sure the mask you're wearing are clean. It's not gonna be like this one is this disposable kind, but once you use it, you know, especially out in the public and everything, make sure that you disinfect it. If you plan to reuse it again, you have to have a designated container to keep it clean. You just don't toss it anywhere and then put it back on in your face. So it's not a prevention. You're just putting whatever germs that is already in there back to you. So if you plan to reuse it, you got to have a alcohol. Alcohol is proven to kill bacteria and in viruses within 20 seconds. You know, if you spray on it inside and out, 20 seconds, it kills the bacteria, viruses, whatever. So what I do, this alcohol, I put it in this hand sprayer. So I have one in the car. I have every angle in the house, anywhere, my working desk and everything. I have one like this. I prefer this than the sanitizer because of the gel. It stays kind of like gooey in your hands. So the alcohol, although it dries your hands, but it protects. So between the alcohol and the lotion I've been using, and also for the cloth, we could use this Tide. This is a fabric antibacterial spray. I use it when I have to recycle some of my N95. We cannot prevent reusing it again. These are all expensive, supposed to be individually fitted to, we were fitted for this in we are healthcare. So they come in different sizes. So before, you know, you put them on, they are fitted for you. Cannot be too small or too big, but the important thing is it's being sealed around your face, so nothing is leaking in, especially if you are in a confined space. So you could reuse it by spraying this with alcohol or this antibacterial, and you could steam it. Steaming is another option of disinfecting. So your cloth mask or anything, especially with the metal, I prefer steaming. You can use some microwave having a steam, but make sure the metal components are not there, or else it could cause fire. And also for cloth can be rewashed. This one can be worn also, but the thing is it has no filter. So this one I made early 2020 when it was really tight supply of what you call that, mask, the N95. So I made this with this opening here where you could put a filter, which is the A95 composition. You insert it inside this, and then you could reuse the cloth, and in that way you have this filter other than just the thin cloth, because any particles, we all know, it's still, if you're really direct contact to somebody who has COVID, it will really get to you. And then the amount of exposure, the time that you're exposed, the longer you're exposed, you know, you have to be protected. Because, and also change the habit of touching your hands, your face. Make sure that you always hand sanitize. And then you could also use this Lysol for the surfaces, or Clorox, or any kind of disinfecting. And also I would like to, for those succumb to COVID, and while in the process of quarantining, you have to use UV. This is a UV light, but you have to be careful on how to use it. Make sure there's no live plants or pets that you have around the room, or people, because the side effect will be skin irritation and cataracts. So those are the things that you gotta be recap of what we learned in the past and how we navigate this pandemic. We cannot just be so fearful that we will not incorporate in the community. Gone are the times when we gotta be locked down, and you know, we know the effects of having lockdowns. You know, it slows down the economy, and then mental health and everything, because we need to function as a community. We need to have our jobs back, but we just have to be very careful on what we do. So we have to be mindful on how we do things. At this point, it's already been 2 years. We should live in a very clean environment, and the habits that we have in the past should have changed to being mindful of how we protect ourselves. And also, even we are protected with it doesn't guarantee we won't get it with a vaccine. We have been vaccinated 3 times and still were able to get it again. You know, we have avoided for the past the first variant, the Delta, and the Omicron. We were exposed. So, but I was thankful that I had the vaccine, and my whole family had a vaccine. And 3 of them don't have symptoms, and just very, very mild. I don't even have the fever, but I just have those allergy symptoms, and as well as we just have to be mindful, and we have to remember that we could be reinfected. Even though we have got exposed, we could probably be gotten tested positive of the COVID. It doesn't guarantee you won't get it. There is no such thing that the natural immunity, you won't get it. Even with vaccine, even you have COVID, you can get reinfected again. So think about it, protect yourself and your loved ones and your community. We will have to minimize the spread of it. If you have symptoms, or if you know you're positive, try to isolate yourself. And if some of the CDC had already issued a 5 days quarantine. The shortage of healthcare staff is really serious. So we as citizens, if we know that we are sick, very sick, please refrain from spreading it. Wear your mask all the time, especially you still have the symptoms of sneezing and coughing, you know, because we just don't think of ourselves. We feel like we are okay, but every time you sneeze, you are spreading it in the air. You don't see it, but it's there. So chances of getting, nobody wants to get sick. Nobody wants to be stop with what we're doing in school and work and everything, but we have to do our part. It is our moral obligation to protect ourselves and the people around us. So have a nice 2022 started with good habits. All right, see you again for the next vlog that I'm trying. This is my premiere, so we'll see. I'll be sharing my how I deal things on a daily basis on different angles, and I hope this will be helpful to you. Have a nice day. See ya.